I I'm live, I think. I have to use this program to go live, and I'm just trying to figure out where everything is. I can't see any of the comments or anything. Hmm. There they are. Oh, are we here? Hi, Susan. You know what? Let me open it up on YouTube. I might just be. Oh. Oh, awesome. I have to use a different program. YouTube doesn't allow you to like run lives. You have to use a different program. So thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed Baggage Claimed. Um, I really enjoyed writing it and producing it and being in it. It was a blast. It was tough. It took a while. It took a while to get filming and all that fun stuff. But thank you so much. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I think next time if I do a live, I'm going to do it a little later so that people on the like Midwest, West Coast can kind of chime in and they're not at work still. Um, did you watch the binge one? Because the binge one, like I was like, I need something to go out. I'm kind of in the middle of writing a short film and writing the new season, and I don't really have anything up. So I was like, it would be fun. I needed to share it with a friend, and I just put it all together. And he thought that was the first episode, so he was like, went to go look, and he's like realized that all of them together made like an episode. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Busy, really busy. My job. I'm a producer as a job and an actor, so that's been taking up a lot of my time. So getting things together. I also write a little project called The Gossiping Grams. You can find it on the Grams YouTube channel. It's kind of this fun, um, ridiculous comedy, and I'm in the midst of editing. I have like 6 of those edits I have to catch up on. So, um, oh yeah, you're in the UK. Hey there, I was just there for work. We went to the Midlands, went to Nottingham for one gig, and then just were there in Leicester, and then Birmingham for no, actually outside of in Derby, outside of Birmingham. So we're there for a little bit, filming some stuff for work, and then I'm back. Just flew into London, but also was in Manchester, outside of Manchester in a small little town. Um, was that April? April. So, but awesome. Thank you so much. It really helps because like a lot of the I front the funds for the actors, because some of our filming is done in Connecticut and some of our filming is done in New York. So some of our costs I use that out of pocket, and then I use some of the monetization from YouTube to like pay myself back and back pay for some of that. Also, a lot of the gear I use for my stuff is from a lot of the gigs that I do on YouTube, which is awesome. So, um, not busy at all. Yeah. Yeah. So this week was good though. I have a lot of catch up time this week, but actually fun little. Also, let me see. What's also been keeping me super busy is that I wrote a children's book. This is the proof. It's not for sale yet. It's going to be on Amazon. I used to be a former teacher, and I had this story in my head forever. And oh, cool. Not too certain on where that is, but yeah, that's kind of where we just had the job. Um, so yeah, so this is actually it's up for review right now for Kindle, and then it's going to be for sale hopefully the end of next week in paperback, which is the more affordable version, and then hardcover is actually full color. So yeah, this is kind of why I've been super busy also, and baggage claim has a little bit on the back burner because I finished writing this during COVID. And then I got a good friend of mine, Mike Grimm, that I knew from when I was younger. I'm so glad you're here, Jennifer, too. Thank you so much for showing up. Yeah, so he's did all the illustrations in it, and I finally like figured out all the formatting this week and got around to it. And so that's kind of why I've been busy doing this. So super fun. It's about a little inventor mouse. Her name is Molly. It's a little girl, so it's like a female empowerment story for little kids that are advanced readers. So, the sci-fi series. Yeah, so that's Molly. Molly the Marvelous Inventor Mouse. Anyway, that's actually my friend Dawn Gray's project. I was the director and the DP on that, and I didn't edit it. That was a good friend Colin. I played Julie Summerford, who is the head of the pack, as well as the mother of the children that you watched in that trailer. So that was something that I did in collaboration with Dawn. And she's trying to sell it. Thank you. Yeah, the book is fun. It's actually, adults love reading my book. It's like a good feel-good story, kind of like it's what I write. I kind of write relatable feel-good stuff. Gives you hope, kind of things. But yeah, no, so the pack is, she has an entire season written. That was just a sizzler to a 60-minute pilot. And then that pilot, that hopefully she wants to get funded so she can actually do the pilot. So she's pitching that around and trying to get it funded. So if that gets funded, I would be an actor in it. I'd play the mom. So yeah, so that's hopefully, I mean, she's written a lot of great things. I was in another series of hers called Blur Point. It used to be called Dark Hunters, but she had to kind of pull the name. That one I love. I kind of play a badass, kick-ass kind of assassin person. So she writes a lot of sci-fi fun stuff. So hopefully it's one of her things. I told her to take Blur Point, the series, and kind of jam it and make it a movie because it's got such cool bones for a movie. And I have a queer storyline, which is super fun. But the pack is also, it's fun. So that's the pack. If you guys have come in late, we were just talking about a couple things, and someone asked about the sci-fi series by my friend Dawn Gray that I kind of highlighted for a little bit on my channel. But yeah, so any questions about baggage claimed? I mean, it's gonna continue. I tried to make the stories to continue. Jake, who plays my little brother Jake, he actually got a job playing Peter Pan in Disney. So the whole episode 8 had to get cut and chopped up and jammed together. So some of episode 6 was from episode 7 written, and all of the end episode 7 was supposed to be part 7, and then there was a whole scene, 2 full scenes cut from the episode 8, and that was a super fun scene. I'm kind of bummed that we didn't get to do it. So oh yeah, there's New Wind sweatshirts. Hi Robert, good to see you. There's thank you so much. Yeah, baggage claim was super fun to write. I learned a lot from it. There's things that I noticed. I had to film it over a long period of time, and I had to have different people help me film it from when I was behind the camera. So some of the quality is not up to par of what my standards are. But going back to sweatshirts, Robert, if you go on newwindproductions.com, my website, you can go onto the shop, and there's the Pride ones that are rainbow. There's also just regular New Wind in the tealy color. But yeah, there's hoodies, and if you want any merch, just give me a message and I can always design something and put it up on my shop. I tried to get a link to be on my YouTube, but you need to have certain, I got to figure out, I think I did. It's on my website. So if you go on YouTube, so you go on the main web page, one of the links now links directly to the store, so you can grab it. And all those proceeds go to funding my new stuff. I have a little separate Squirrel account. Just like these lives, anybody wants to do any supers or any kind of donations, they all go to funding new stuff. Um, so, oh, thank you so far. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Yeah, I feel like I'm growing as a filmmaker and a writer. I actually have a beautiful drama with some comedy elements. It's a feature film that's kind of my muse right now. That is taking me a while because I just have I'm about 60 pages deep in writing that. I would love to figure out, like, get that completed and do like a table read. And um, I don't know, I might do something fun with a table read with that. Or I have another fun rom-com um, called Bookstore Love that I would really love to produce. I just trying to figure out funding for it. I mean, that's the biggest thing, because a lot of people now just kind of, it's hard to get good talent and not compensate them for their time. I don't ever want to do that. And being the filmmaker, I could direct, I can film it, I can edit it, I could do all that stuff myself. But to have actors, I really feel like their time is valuable, and to get the best actors, I don't have to pay them a ton of money, just something for their time. So that's really, really important to me. So what's in the works is that I might collaborate with a good friend of mine that I work with all the time as my DP. He's been knocking on. He's be like, he just wants to work and film with me, which is really exciting. So hopefully we're going to be filming a short film this winter, and it'll be out in the new year. Going to be continuing to write Baggage Claim Season 2 episodes. I hope to have like 10-minute episodes at least, so that it's not so quick. And that's the plan for that. And a little bit more spice, a little bit more heating up. One thing I was told was that it needs to have a little more intimacy, a little more spicy. People are going to want to see all of that. So I am going to just turn up the dial, the heat on Baggage Claimed a little bit as well. And then, yeah. Yeah, that's going to be part of the new season. Jake is down in Peter Pan doing Disneyland, so his character we're gonna have a fun twist on him. And there'll be some new characters. So does anybody have any idea for some new characters they'd love to see? Just write it in the chat. That would be fantastic. Or after the live, I'll be able to preview this live again, so you guys can go down and check it out. And so, I kind of want to have a little bit more diversity in my staff, in my in the characters, and all types of diversity, sexual diversity, racial diversity. Just within the lesbian community, some mask representation, a little more, just kind of, and just kind of mixing it up and getting it a little bit truer to our societal. And also, like, some Michaela, who plays Cece. Cece's actually straight. Imogen, who plays Elsie, is bisexual in the series. And Jake's not obviously, that was bad to say, but Jake's is gay. So it'd be nice to also have more representation for everybody. Or Jordan and Amber getting together. I don't know. You're gonna wait and watch, Susan. Come on now. You're a character, Kathy. I'm gonna have you as a character. Yeah, I'm older. I think it's good to just have ranges of everything, so that anybody that watches can feel. I feel like a lot of the stuff that's out there on YouTube is geared towards younger, which is fine. But sometimes I don't really connect with those characters. I'm in my late 40s, so having that opportunity to see characters that are older, and then moving on to having some fun owls in there even, that would be great. Boo. Boo what? I mean, I'm not taking away any of the youngins. They're going to be in there too. It's going to just be a full flow. Yes, feedback and input wanted, Jen, please. Well, perfect. Which is nice. Yeah, so I mean, if anybody has any suggestions on that, feel free to email me. If you go on my newinproductions.com website, you can contact me at any time. Or you can hop on and follow me on Instagram, which is Sue_Kessler. My new wind, I don't really pop on that much. It's mostly just my Instagram I use. So a couple of you do follow me on Instagram. I've chatted with a bunch of you as well. No boo answer. No answer. Go ahead and give it away. You're just gonna have to wait. And then Meg showed up. I don't know what's gonna happen with that. So we'll see. We'll see. But you're just gonna have to wait. I know. Unfortunately, you're gonna probably have to wait a little longer than expected, just because, life. Sam Ipema, she is in London. She's studying at the London Conservatory, and she's getting her master's in classical acting techniques, and she teaches there. So currently she's not available, and Ella she's in New York. So people have needs too. Don't you worry. I'll hook you up with your needs there, Kathy. I'm good. Let me write that down. Just older, little owls, the little older, wiser lesbians. So boo for Meg. Yeah. I don't know how many of you expected were thinking that was going to happen at the end, or was that a little curveball for everybody? H-Bread, yes. Awesome. Yes, I dig that. I love that disabilities least mentioned. You have wonderful. Oh, awesome! Thanks, Jen. Yeah, no, I agree. Like having some characters with so general invisible or visible disabilities. It's a great idea as well. Must have missed it. Oh, when will the new season beginning? Yeah, it's going to be beginning. I'm in the process of writing it right now, and then I have to. There's some curveballs that were thrown, so I have to figure out some storylines for some people who are not going to be able to be filmed. Jake is away, so I'm gonna hopefully start filming in February. I've found, because Ella Rivers, who plays Sarah, her family's in Australia. So, and we have some fans in Australia, so that's fun. So Ella goes home for about a month in December, and Sam Ipema is in London. She might be back here and there, but I have to just wait till she's back stateside. Oh, yeah, big curveball. Good. I'm glad. I wanted that kind of reaction. So hopefully get started filming in February, and then hopefully the first episode for season 2 of Baggage Claim will be launched in May. Hopefully. I usually try to launch during Pride Month, but I'm thinking I want to launch this one a little sooner. I also, just for everybody, I may do a fundraiser for Baggage Claim, just so we could have a longer season, get more actors. I actually might be looking out and trying to get a little more named talent for season 2 to use that as kind of leverage for the series, or I might hold that for. I'll definitely tell Sam that. I might hold that off for one of my films, but it might be fun to just do kind of like a pitch with an actor that a lot of people know. So, no, it's filmed in New York. It's filmed on the East Coast. I'm based out of Connecticut. I live in Connecticut, and I'm an owl. Someone called me an owl. That's great. I'm all about it. So, but what's it called? So, yeah, no, I'm on the East Coast. So we film in New York and we film in Connecticut. The last scene was done in my apartment. Kind of had to move spaces. So I'm going through separation. at the time. So I'm now living in a different spot. So so filming was done in my apartment here in New Haven. I do own a studio, like I'm partners in a studio here in New Haven, so we might use some of that for the set to keep consistency for other people's things. But so there's going to be location changes because Jake no longer lives in his apartment. That was his apartment we rented, that we filmed out of. We used my friend Kat's apartment for Kelsey's apartment in there. So we're just going to have to figure out locations and things like that. But yeah, so that's that. What are other things? Yeah, full length movies. So I have a movie that's a rom-com. It's called Bookstore Love. It's super fun. It's kind of like a lot of curveballs, a lot of curveballs thrown. Kind of like the Discovery, kind of late life Discovery gayness in it for the lead character, and kind of that resistance and like denial for so long. So that's kind of one. I have it written as a short film right now, but I want to expand it to a full length, but I might film the short length as a pitch for production, as a proof of concept. I did this film called Cupcake Shop Chronicles 2. I was a producer on that. I play a ghost in a cupcake shop. That's kind of being done. Then I played another one where I'm a queer filmmaker, and it's Cupcake Shop Chronicles 3. But the filmmaker sent me this ridiculous feature film that he wants. It's called the Cupcake Chronicles Volume 4, and it's a queer film. And it's called To Porn or Not to Porn. It's hilarious. So this hopefully will be filmed. It's not one of my films. It's my really, really great friend, Kevin. He wrote it. He told me, you're either going to not talk to me when you're done reading this. Hey, I'm working on the feature. Gilbert Baker Film Festival. Haven't filmed it yet. But so this one. And then I have that dramedy, which is my muse, which I'm writing. I'm in the process of writing. I'm about 60 pages in. It is, in my opinion, like I'm usually pretty humble about it, but in my opinion, it is a gorgeous film that needs to have the right budget so that it represents the story. It's a really, really gorgeous film. So there's those three. Bookstore Love, hopefully it's like a 25-minute, kind of like Misadventures of Being Single length. It's a 25-minute pitch, and I'm going to turn that into a full length. And so there's two of my own and one of my friend Kevin's that we're working on. All right, I'm getting some things here. So some of my stuff has some of the personal process that I've gone through. The dramedy, that's called Throne. It doesn't have to really do with me, but I think maybe it's a little bit of a struggle when you struggle with life. So some of it may be some. I think some of my stuff does have me in it, like my personal story. Bookstore Love does not. Bookstore Love is just a fun rom-com, like really fun. That one would be super fun to get out there. Are all of these shows listed on the site? No, these are concepts that are not been filmed yet, Claire. So dramedy, yeah. I love that. Thank you, Kathy. I appreciate you watching it. You've been here with me for a long time, so I'm a familiar face. Yeah, so new in production films, if I do a feature, those features are probably going to not be on YouTube, but I'll definitely put the trailers on my website and have people and watch them. I'm going to get them done. It's about finding the budget. That's the biggest thing, because I do have a high-end film camera that I've acquired over the years of just doing this. So I have the means to do it. I mean, I am in production, so I have the people that can film it. I can edit it, I can do all that. It's a matter of, location and production and things like that. So, um, although I do have friends that work in the industry, um, I may pitch my Throne, the feature film, the dramedy, to a friend of mine that's a pretty successful producer, and get her opinion on it. And if all goes well, she may shop it to the right people for me. I don't know. So, but we'll see. That's all just in the works. So, yeah. This was good. I'm glad you guys were able. Is this a good time? Because I kind of want to do this a little more often and just give updates on what's going on, and keep people in the loop for what's going on with the web series and what's going on with new in productions and things like that. Or is like a later time. I was thinking 8. 8 might be a good time. So that way my friends although if you're from the UK, what was it? Coming from the UK, it's still a little late. Claire, it's like midnight? No. Yeah, almost midnight, right? So, okay, yeah, it's a great time for a lot of people, but so I was thinking, a lot of my peeps are out, over yeah. I know it's a shame that funding is so hard, but you know what? Like the whole AI thing with SAG and productions, there's going to be a lot of just really crappy stuff coming out, I have a feeling. And so, like, small independent artists may have some more time. Wednesday better than Thursdays. Perfect. Wednesdays are fine with me. Yeah, like if I don't have production, it's either of the day. I just didn't want to do Fridays. But Wednesday, we can do Wednesday next time. Just for you, Jennifer. Um, so, but yeah, no funding. So there's a really cool feature on YouTube as well. They're called supers, and you could, donate a little bit of money on when I do lives as well. And all that money I squirrel in, like I said before, and I put it into funds for new films. So, but yeah, so I took before. So for those of you who've just come on, that I asked for any suggestions for characters, but also, oh God, I just lost my train of thought. It's midnight now. Yeah, I know. I work for a company called TBD Media out of London. And I do, for CBS News, I do a lot of the interviews that you see for A Moment. I do on-camera interviews with CBS News for A Moment with. So I've done Stash, and I've done Sammy, which is out of Spain. It's an internet thing. But I'm behind the camera for a lot of things. If you ever watch Innovators and Disruptors on CBS News, I'm actually the person interviewing all those CEOs and things like that. So what's your regular Thursday night, Jennifer? Go, Kathy, stop. Oh, thank you, Susan. I appreciate that. I've been honing my craft as an actor for a while, so I really appreciate it. Yeah, 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. That makes sense to do like a double. I am going to put this on my site, so if anybody wants to come in and watch it and rewatch it, that'll be great. But yeah, so I'm trying to think, busy with the book, feature films coming up. These are my notes. You look at my notes. Yeah, but the supers, also a little way to fundraise too. So I guess maybe I'll start to do these a little more. And like I said, hopefully I'll be looking for some exciting actors that people might recognize to be on the web series. Maybe some cameos. I have some friends. They're SAG actors, so I don't know if they'll be able to come on unless I make my web series SAG, which is kind of tough. But anyway, yeah. Any other questions? No, we've been here for a half hour. I appreciate it. It's hot in my place. I turns it up. Um, Group therapy, mental health matters. Yes. Awesome. I agree with that. Mental health definitely matters. I just took the day off the other day. I had a lot of things I needed to do, and I just stopped and said, my mental health is much more important than getting this paperwork done that I could do tomorrow. And it's a lot. It's a lot to do that for yourself, you know. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, thank you so much. I'll give you a star for that one. Yeah. Well, this in its sense is therapy, our community getting together and talking together, which is great. Um, so don't worry. I got your owls. I'm gonna put your older, wiser lesbians in there for sure. Um, yeah. Okay, next time you'll be more prepared. Next time I'll give more time. I'll do like a 2 weeks out so everybody knows when it's happening. It's hard during the holidays, but maybe we'll do something before Christmas. We'll do a little something before Christmas. That would be great. Um, and yeah, so hopefully, Robert, if you're still there, hopefully you found the link on the top. If you go on my YouTube channel, right underneath where the main thing is, the link goes right to the shop in my uh, the what's it called? My shop for a sweatshirt. If you wanted a sweatshirt, you know what? So Printful, where I do my sweatshirts out of, they say they're global, and I have someone in a fan in Switzerland that has been wanting a sweatshirt. They should be able to get it, and I have another person in Australia that wants a sweatshirt, and according to my printing, it says they should be able to get it, but I think there's a disconnect between Squarespace, where I run my website, and the loading. So if anybody is out of the country and they can't order a sweatshirt and want a sweatshirt, let me know. Shipping may be a little bit, cost might be a little bit more, but I can get you something if you just email me, and then I can try to figure it out. I am going to be kind of focusing on that next week. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. My brother, I'm the youngest of 7 kids. My mom is 92. She just turned 92. And she had me when she was 43. So that's why I'm like so many. But my oldest brother watched my films the other day. He's watched them a couple times. And he watched them the other day and he said, your films make, even though there's like tension and drama, he's like, your films make you feel like there's hope. And I would say he's a straight man, but he's queer. He's a queer straight man, if that makes any sense. He's had his moments in time, but it just really hit home and felt really good that my oldest brother, who's going to be 70 this year or next year, is connected with my work, which is really cool. Make me a little fun. My Thanksgiving was good. It was quiet. Had a game night with my family on Saturday, but spent Thursday with some really close people. Yeah, it's a huge compliment from my brother. He's a great guy. So there's that. Is there, question? I'm gonna turn down my heat because my heater is right here. Is there any? I don't know if you notice I'm wearing sweatpants. They look cute up here when I'm wearing sweatpants. It's like I could have walked away and was wearing boxer shorts. That would have been funny. What was I saying? Oh, it's been a work week. It's been a very busy week. Yeah, is there any, name some things you guys would love to see. I know there's take off my jacket. Oh, it looks cute. Come on, it's like a vibe. It's like a whole piece of. I know I should just take off my jacket. Let's just take off my jacket. Okay, that's probably why. All right, good. Yeah, is there anything that anybody would like to see? Is there any ideas, or I know, older representation would be great. Um, I said I'm gonna kind of blend a lot of things in a lot of different genres. So I got a dramedy, I got a comedy, I got a rom-com, um, for some films and stuff. But is there anything? Yeah, it's. You see, neurodivergent. Yeah, absolutely. That's a good one. Um, well, it's funny you say that because that was kind of going to be a little bit of what Meg's issue is. So, oh, best ways to support my work. Yeah, watching my YouTube channel actually, putting it on repeat is great. That helps to support my work. Um, I am gonna probably be doing a fundraiser, some kind of like uh, Kickstarter or GoFundMe for either a film that I'm gonna be doing if it's a feature film, or yeah, the dramedy. Um, um, yeah, so the best way is that. I mean, the best way also is like on YouTube right now. There's a possibility you can go and just donate a little bit of funds. Those funds go directly into creating the next season. Everything that I generate on YouTube goes to either paying off gear that I got and needed for the web series and to do my own thing, or paying me back from paying the actors. And then once I get level, I'm going to just start to squirrel those funds. It's not a lot. I get good. It's better. It's something, I should say. But it's not like I make YouTube videos all the time. So I'm actually put up a little more YouTube videos. I'm thinking of actually doing some more series, kind of talking about writing process, creating plot lines and characters, gear, things like that. I also am so tempted because I do casting. I'm a casting director as well for a lot of my projects I produce. So tempted to just do something to teach people what to do when you get certain things and what not to do when you're an actor. But I might just be up talking, doing some fun stuff like that, and those videos will generate and help to generate more funds through my YouTube channel. So, watching those. Um, yeah, so going to my shop, New In Productions, and grabbing some gear. That way you get something for what you're doing. But keeping your eye out for the 1st of February, because I'm gonna probably be doing a Kickstarter to help generate some funds to do some new content, and some really great kickback and things like that. Um, yeah. Okay. Has anyone ever filmed a show maybe that doesn't have Hallmark happy ending? Yeah. I mean, it's hard because like you don't want to leave the because so Kathy said something where it's the ending is not predictable. Um, it's kind of why I wanted to do the ending with Meg that way and like yeah, nice. I'll take that. Um, I don't have a regular place for donations of funds. I mean, maybe that's a great maybe that's a great idea. If I just have like an ongoing running thing, I just feel also like I'd like to um, give back when people give to me. So, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll think of something like that. It's a great idea. Yeah, so I do. If you go onto my, I do have a merch shop. If you go onto New In Productions and you look, the first link underneath is the shop on my website. So my website's newinproductions.com. You have a list of all the films. I haven't updated it to have baggage claimed on there yet. But you can go on there and get some merch. There's some really fun sweatshirts. I kind of wore one in the season finale of Baggage Claimed. Um, I have some really fun hats that I made because you can't put those on the shop and then sell them. They're patch hats. I ordered them for friends, and I might do something where I'll do a little something where I can, if you buy one, I'll send it out to you. You know, I don't make a lot of money on merch because it's a lot of money to make them. Um, but you know what, Kathy? I actually have those. So Gilbert Film Festival. Let me Gilbert Baker Film Festival. Let me ask you this question. All right, since you're here, I had this concept, and it's really really exciting concept. So I was thinking, let me know, that I was gonna do a fundraiser slash new film concept contest where uh, kind of like a film festival, but instead of a film festival, it's a pitch to production, and the money that is raised goes to the winner. So like $40 to or $50 to submit your script for the opportunity to get it done and made. So if I get, and if I get like 100 scripts, that's $5,000, and then someone wins, the winner only paid $50 to get their script then created, and I take that $5,000 and I make their film, and you know what I mean? Yeah, that's true. I don't always make I don't always make them the happy ending. Like Loop. Loop was not a happy ending. Loop was traumatic, but I don't not a lot of people caught it. You had to kind of watch it twice. Um, so yeah, so I think that's kind of my idea is, just trying to pick something that's affordable for people and something that they're going to want to. So I would suggest, and I wouldn't steal anybody's ideas, and I would post them, and then I would maybe even do like a poll on here, and then I kind of give videos of the synopsis of the film. And so not only do I pick, and a jury of my peers pick, but also you guys pick what film they want to see next, and then all of that money and all of that funds goes to producing that. That was my idea. I totally just remembered that. So I think that's a great idea, because I think there's a lot of filmmakers, and then I would just need everyone's help to get that word out. So it would probably take a little while and give people enough time to get their ideas out to me, and then for me to make videos and pitch those ideas to you guys, and then based off of the and then maybe even do like Instagram polls, and we get to see which one. And then yeah, like I just feel like that would be the best. And then even maybe take the top 3 that has gotten the best, that production value that I think is going to be great. And oh yeah, that would be awesome. That'd be brilliant. Yeah, let's chat, because we're friends on a bunch of platforms. So let's do that. Um, yeah, I think that would be great. And then even maybe even just do it depends on how many we get, or how many I get. I can maybe even do 3 of them, like 3 films, and then it all be like, you know, highlighted. And then all of that money, I mean, if I could pay $50 to get one of my 10-page scripts produced, I'd totally, like, at a heartbeat. It's like, why buy lottery tickets when you can have the opportunity to be like one out of 200 people to possibly get your film made? So I think that's kind of one of my, um, yeah. So, oh, awesome. And I'd be willing to travel too, because like I would have there would be a business write off for me, and it would be something that it would be not even, um, yeah, that'd be great. Let's do that. Um, I just think that would be super fun, because there's a lot of people out there that have really great ideas, and they just don't have the means. But I have the means. I have the lighting. I have the camera equipment. I mean, the creator. So I film on a Sony FX3, and the creator, the movie that's now out, was filmed entirely. Majority of that film was filmed on the Sony FX3. So it's something that is cinema quality, super high end. The codecs are great. The color space is cool. So I think, yeah, isn't that a great idea, Jennifer? I think it's just great, because me as a young filmmaker, Misadventures of Being Single, I did a Kickstarter for, and I didn't know what I was doing. I was writing this, honestly, when I made, so 2017, when I was writing when I was writing Molly, and had a total block of like what to write for Molly. So this thing's been in the works for a long time. Um, I didn't know. Oh, that's awesome, Kathy. Yeah, like if they have a script they want to submit, let me just figure out the parameters, and then I'll come back up here and I'll make some Instagrams and YouTubes and stuff like that to get it out there. Um, I had a writer's block, and I wrote Misadventures of Being Single, and I've never wrote a film before in my life. And I used to tell myself that I wasn't a writer, and I just was a math and science geek, that I had no business writing. And then you know what I said? I said, screw it. I said, you know what? I have stories in my head. I need to get them out. I don't care if my English teacher thought I was a bad writer when I was in school, you know? All right, Susan, thank you for coming. I appreciate everything so much. You'd have a lovely evening. Um, yeah, I could totally do it. I would totally do like a raffle. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Yeah, that's a good idea. I think it's a good idea, and I think I could pull it off, because I didn't know what I was doing, and then I asked friends and family for money, and I did it again for Big City Small World. But Big City Small World, I was going through a midlife crisis, so I spent way too much money on that film. And now, having all the equipment and having really amazing actors that I know that I would pay, enough for them to feel that they're valued, but not breaking the bank, so I can get things done. I think it's just really great, and spending that money really, really wisely. And maybe even if it got enough, we can do multiple films and then have other people. Thank you, Kathy. Have other people have their voice heard, because I'm sure there's maybe even like someone in their teens, like a late teenager, that has a great film idea that just needs to have the opportunity, or someone like me, like later in life, when I was in my young 40s and I didn't know what to do or how to do it. So, yeah. Yeah, I want to also, I mean, get them out there, because I think, I don't have as many. I have a bunch of views on Baggage Claim, got a lot more views, and there's a million views on Misadventures of Being Single now, but there's films out there that are, you know, they have such great quality, and they're not always seen on YouTube. But if we as a community come together and we start, supporting that, and we can, I mean, I would even take some of that funding and have that film go to festivals, so that filmmaker, that young filmmaker, can be seen. There's so many things, like Gilbert Baker Film Festival. That would be amazing to have them, have them being screened on that platform as well. And then just getting it out so that that young filmmaker, or middle-aged filmmaker, or older filmmaker has the opportunity to do that. And so I think that's kind of my fun. That's the fundraiser for someone else's stuff. A fundraiser for my stuff is I'm working on it. I'm figuring it out. So, but yeah. So I'll keep you guys posted for sure. And I'll let you know when this guy is published, ready to go. It's on it in like the beginning of next week. It'll be available on Kindle. But this is super cute. It's a little fun. Hopefully it'll be ready for Christmas. So, yeah. So that's how ideas for raising funds, and um, about raising funds for my stuff. We'll figure that out. I might do. Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate that. Yeah. So thank you everyone so much. I think if anybody else has any questions or anything, then we're good. I think we've had a good time here, unless everybody doesn't want me to go. So, but I appreciate your time. I will talk to you soon, probably in about 3 weeks. We figure out, do that launch for the new year with that script writing stuff. We'll figure out the logistics to that. And yeah. Any questions from anybody else? No? All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate your time. This was great. Yeah, I'll have. When will I have this live again? Look up. Let me look up. Oh, I can't look it up right now because I'm connected to my phone. Probably before Christmas. I'm in production. Next Friday, I'm in production at my studio. My last day of work for December is December 14th. So, yeah, definitely. Intrigue learner, come up for ideas for the next one. Yes, yes, yes. My next live will be in like 3 weeks. I think. Around 3 weeks. Yeah, maybe a little later. Because I'll try to do it. I'm working the 13th and the 14th. 13th's a little crazy. Probably, I don't know, is Sundays okay for lives for anybody? Sunday at night? This is a That's funny. Is that a good show? I don't know. I watch like Great British Baking Show. That's like my jam. Has everybody watched Deadlock? Talk about one of the best shows on television right now. Deadlock is amazing. But I will do something ahead of time. In 2 to 3 weeks, I'll do another live before Christmas time, for the holidays, for Hanukkah and Christmas and all that comes up. And then I will get it out 2 weeks ahead, so you could just keep looking. You'll see when it is. All right? Yes, my fans are demanding more live time, and that's what I'll give them. All right, perfect. Thank you so much, everyone. I love you all. I appreciate all your kind words. It really means a lot to me, and I look forward to bringing you more content and more ideas. All right? Yeah, Deadlock was phenomenal. So, all right. Bye, everyone. Great night.